Hello? Am I recording? Yes. No, wait. Yes. Yes, I am recording. Yes. Gone nut. Why doesn't he tell you how many when you talk to him the first time? Okay, so the hunts, they don't matter. We know that. But what else am I going to do? It's too loud. Here's something that's cool. So I took a couple days off exercising when I was going to the hospital while Jackie was there, and I have kind of been like making up for it by doing a bit more on these days since I've been back, or since she's been back. Well, Wednesday night she was still there, but I couldn't sleep there because the sleeper chair was insanely uncomfortable, and I couldn't fall asleep, so I just said, whatever. Now, I am like in intense, immense, regular pain. My body feels upset. Cool. That was dumb. I was just trying to get the right angle on that. Dang. Oh, they do so much that needs keys on the first floor. That's... If you see me do that, that's me trying to unlock the... Or trying to use my backup thing to reload, but pressing the wrong button. That's why I don't use the reload thing very often. So anyway, I exercised last night. The main reason I don't super love exercising at night is it tends to keep me up a bit. Not every time and not completely, but like it definitely makes it so that it takes me longer to naturally fall asleep. And after exercising at like 2 a.m., I did that for about 50 minutes, all things included. I did 32 minutes of exercise, but there's a lot of like story and stuff, a lot of dialogue, a lot of world building stuff in the Ring Fit Adventure. It's a long form RPG mode, or however you want to describe it. But still, it was a really good workout. I increased the difficulty by 1, which doesn't really make it so that the exercises are harder or you take more damage. I think it's just more reps for the same effect. So, like, okay, here's the way it works. Let's say you have an attack, right? And you want that attack says it has a damage of, or a power of 90. What that 90 means is if you get all of the attacks, it'll do a set amount of damage, which is, I guess, that damage stat times your attack skill plus any buffs you have for that attack, or any gear that boosts a certain attack of that color, plus the advantage bonus of fighting the right color type. So, it sounds like it's a lot of stuff, but it's pretty typical RPG, like, a pretty typical RPG calculation for damage output, right? Which I think is great. That's kind of what's amazing about the thing is, while it does, like everything is sports or fitness related, it does actually have regular RPG elements in its DNA and its construction. So it really, like, it scratches the itch of playing a video game while also scratching the itch of, working on fitness, which is weird. It's a little weird that I need the video game for it, but, like, I have the stream, I have whatever. Oh my god, that's an incredible weapon. It's great. It's great to have a way to trick my brain into doing what's best for it, Like, it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I mean it, honestly. Like, dang. It actually is great to have such an easy way to trick my brain into doing what's best for it. As dumb as that sounds. You know, it sounds like, why should you need to trick your brain? We're gonna do this the ultra dumb way. I just wish this guy had been unlocked. So a little bit of curse. One curse and the ability to heal. And Polaris. Okay, so pretty freaking amazing. So now we have 2 incredible boss weapons. Cool. Cool. Anyway, I like that there's a shortcut. Like, so the main problem I think that a lot of people have with exercise, it's probably the reason that I've had problems with exercising in the past, is that there's the reward is too delayed, right? We kind of look for patterns, and we look quickly for patterns in a lot of things, and you don't get the rewards quickly enough with exercise. It takes weeks to see any results, you know, weeks at the earliest. Weeks if you're doing everything right and you're kind of, you know, the right body type to start off with to see the effects. It's not something where you can do it a handful of times and see that you've gained, you've benefited from taking part in the activity. You get soreness, which makes you actually feel weaker in a lot of ways, at least temporarily. It kind of is like activating muscles or whatever, but it, like, at least for me, it makes me feel like I'm weaker to be so sore after having done just a little bit of exercise. So it's really nice that my character's leveling up, that I can go back and do an earlier level that I had trouble with, with much more ease. And that's just a fundamental part of RPGs, where you, like, the experience you gain, you know, it's not just a bigger, more impactful animation, but it's seeing the numbers do more damage. It's seeing the same challenge overcome more easily, and that's basically the fundamental point of exercise, right? It's to be able to not have as much of a challenge doing the day-to-day stuff that we all have to do. It's not just to have muscles. It's so that you're not struggling with day-to-day stuff. It's to keep you healthy. It's to make life a little bit more, not easy, but, like, not a struggle for basic things, I guess. And that's what this game does, quickly, in an abbreviated way. It takes away some of the perceived, what's the word? You're less likely to feel like things are stagnating, you know, which is disheartening. And I think it's really great that they've constructed a kind of a psychic shortcut, you know, like a way to get that, to give our minds the encouragement that it needs, whether or not that means that we're like chump little babies and we need to turn everything into games, so you just do things and wait for the slow results. I'm already doing enough and waiting for the slow results in my life. I'm saving, I'm working harder, I'm putting money into, like, a freaking retirement fund. I'm doing all this stuff that's specifically for the long and slow gain of life, and it's great. It's great that I'm doing that I'm able to do that, focusing on the long term. But it's not great that, like, for things where I can't see the numbers go up or go down, or whichever direction I want it to go, like, it's disheartening. It just fundamentally is as a person. So this game kind of shorts that part of the brain. It gives me something to fill in there. That makes it so that I'm much more likely to stick with it. Hopefully. Hopefully the boredom of doing the same thing over and over doesn't take over. Hopefully I can be so highly leveled that I mean, you know, I've been playing Final Fantasy for like, played it for like 6 months when it first came out. I've been playing it for probably 6 months again. I can turn the gain up. And it's... I don't have a hard time doing the same thing over and over. Or very slightly different versions of the same thing. No! Dang it. But, dang, I haven't gotten any health on this floor. But yeah, it's, man, of course I got hit for the first time on this entire floor. The room before the boss. It's crazy. Crazy. I keep reloading this thing. It doesn't reload. Anyway, I really like Ring Fit Adventure. It feels better than, like, I remember my mom got the Wii Fit with the balance board and the Wii Motion Plus and all of that. I keep reloading. And it's like, that's fucking stupid. Just go to the gym. Just look up some videos on YouTube. Just, you shouldn't have to be told how to do basic exercises. And here I am. Again, on my own. Here I am doing exactly that because it freaking makes sense to do exactly that. It's just, I don't know, it's like wise to take the help where you can get it. Oh boy, I haven't gotten a scrambler in a long time. Oh, I love me some scrambles. I actually just had, well, I didn't have scrambled eggs, but I ate eggs, so some good shit going on. All right, we're in a really good situation gun-wise. We got like some amazing guns. We still got some ammo. We got to get this back to level 3, and we're probably going to stick with Polaris as much as possible. At least until we turn this thing in. Not a guarantee that we'll get to turn it in, but oh my god, the movement speed almost made me jump into a pit there. But we got 2 things that require us not taking damage, so might as well focus on them together. This movement speed is intense. Oh boy. Damn it. Ugh, I hate like how focused I get when I'm doing this. There we go. Stick with Polaris. That was super weird. A little bit too early for that fight. God, I'm like, I like feel myself like breathing harder, or like kind of holding my breath slightly. Why did they switch there? Oh my god. Oh, we did it. Alright, let's just do the boss now. Man, this is a hard choice. These two boss weapons are both incredible. Alright, just be safe. Also, my ammo. Use a little bit more of it. Let's go ahead and do this now. No, we won't do it now. The key thing. We will be a little stupider with our gun use for the time being. Now we can justify it. Oh boy, do I have to poop all of a sudden? Does this game have the ability to make you have to poop? 3 keys, that's good. So I want to have enough keys in case the key shop comes up to get infinite keys. Even though it's a black chest and it might have the thing in it, the likelihood is much less that the shop has some sort of infinite key thing. I guess I could have not. Oh. Sucks. Sucks at that thing that I was just talking about. I then had to go back on because of the next chest that showed up. Maybe it's just me because I look for similarities, but I feel like I get the B's and the eggs often. I get those same timesies. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. So it would have been a really cool time. A really cool time to have bought the rat key. I didn't look for a seeker. Oh well. Is seeker gonna have fucking key in it? Probably. Don't need that though. Is the thing. Oh god. I was just about to say this movement speed makes me feel invincible. And of course. And the one thing that moving fast is actually a big freaking negative for. Trap rooms that are trick trap rooms. God. The Marines already like incredible accuracy. Plus the shock bullets, it's fucking busted as hell, man. Saving like upwards of 30 casings per floor is fucking great. This guy's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kills from that guy. And a little bit of incredible damage. Wait a second. Damn it. No, motherfucker. God! Every time. Every time I get to level 3, it's like, alright, let's reset. Just want him to light some of those on fire. Damn it, he died to the fire. Alright, this is another good enemy for this. Not yet. Not quite. Another good enemy for this. A lot of inexpensive kills. Ammo-wise. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Ring Fit Adventure. I really recommend anybody that's having trouble, like, taking care of themselves physically. It's, I don't know, like, I think part of my, like, hesitation to do things like Wii Fit is it kind of seems like, well, if I need to use this game to do it, then I'm already beyond helping or whatever. And that's a very, very stupid outlook to have. Like, you're never beyond helping. You're beyond helping when you think that you can't be helped. And you accept that as reality. And that's a point that's very easy to avoid. Oh, the movement speed. The movement speed, which moves me. Alright, let's get in a good spot. We have the movement speed to do so. Jump the right way there. Let me just use a blank there. As unfortunate as that is for my blank situation, I think it's pretty fortunate actually for my flawless situation. And blanks are relatively cheap when I don't have to buy keys. Paper lanterns. All right. Yeah. Boom, ba-doom, boom, 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 boom. Where is it? Where is it? Boom, ba-da, boom, ba-da, boom, 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 boom. It's the only thing I like beam weapons for is burning through a few rooms with a beam weapon that I don't care about. Sure. Only owns. Well, okay. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Oh my god, that's very good. Yipes. Tight quarters. God, now everything's gonna get refilled. Okay, well. Man, that was a worst shot to date. I guess the bees are a little bit better than the chickens. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I wonder how much each little baby chick does. Thank you, I think. And the spicy Gungeon pepper again. That's like... Huh. That's like 2 in a row. 2 runs in a row that I got that. Oh, good. Good, good, good. That was worth it. That was really, really worth it. Let's get rid of some of these guns. Let's stop using trash and being like, ooh. You know what? Yeah. These are two, like, green weapons? Maybe it's a green and a blue. I don't know. The bees thing is... Oh my god. Well, it's probably not better... than the Polaris, but it feels better. And remember, I can lose the Polaris. Yeah, I don't know how much each egg does. What? Weird. Double Viz is also good for the eggs. Double Vision's good for everything. Didn't look at how many that actually restored to us, but that's okay. I don't need to gun force anymore. Gun forcing at this point is actually pretty incredibly stupid. Gungeon Pepper is not fire damage, is it? It's just a weird direct damage dot. I can use it against some guy. I should actually look into that. Oh my god, why are these little baby birds so fucking indecisive sometimes? Ooh. Those scroats. More keys, okay. Okay. You know another thing I like about the little chicken eggs? The little eggs and chicks? Is that it keeps doing damage when you've moved on to do something else. And it really feels like... I mean, like, I obviously love damage over time things, but, like, you shoot one, then you switch to your other weapon and you start doing some more damage with it, and you still have the old damage in there going to town. Are those actually home a little bit? Huh. Didn't know the paper lanterns chased. But now that I kind of look at it, it's obviously... that maybe it's very only slightly. Heavy boots plus... Okay. I think that's an improvement on that one. Oh fuck. I didn't mean to actually do it. Just thinking about... maybe I could do it in this room and then just did it. A little bit too close to the boss for that to have been smart. And I have no, like, no coolness? This is, like, such an incredible run for boss colors. Holy shit. Fucked up. This, and then this. When it's low. Or when it's doubled. I almost got caught in the doorway there. Whew! I feel like that one was extremely professionally handled. That felt so ridiculously smooth. I'm gonna check for secrets and then I'm gonna try something out real quick. If I can't find the secrets, then I'm gonna see if the gun unlock thing will unlock. That room. I'm willing to put a little bit of money towards it. Or just lose an armor. I think I'll just lose an armor. Yeah. Oh, forgot about that. It doesn't unlock it. Okay. So the skeleton key has limitations. That's good to know. I mean, I suppose. Knowing it doesn't really hurt anything. Let's fucking do it. Let's just keep going. I mean, it did literally hurt one thing specifically, but it's fine. We're fine. We'll get back up to level 3 in no time. This actually gives us the ability to use Polaris as a room clearer, which is not often the case. I also went muscle relaxant just to have like complete pinpoint accuracy. Cool. All that matters is getting the kill. Damn it. Dang! I mean, all that matters is getting the kill with the right gun, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Make sure Polaris does the killing. I'll make it a little harder to make sure Polaris does the killing, but that's fine. There's going to be enough enemies that if I lose a couple of them to poison, we'll be okay. There we go. Yeah, this thing is insanely accurate. Holy shit. God, it is like remote shots without all the annoyance of remote bullets. Yeah. And it's like the upgrade for this, or the synergy for this without the annoyance. Dang, alright. God, I always feel like I'm going to regret it if I don't get it. Especially if I look at it. It's like such a fucking waste of money. Can't use it right now. God, that was fast. You got that shield up insanely quickly. Man, the range on the elephant gun is pretty mind-blowing. Holy crap. I didn't realize it went that far. We got rank 3, so let's use it. You know what? I've been fucking up that first move a lot, so we're just gonna do that early. Oh god. Woo! It's fast. It could have been faster. I could have used different weapons there. Yuck. Definitely shouldn't have gun forced on this shit one. This shitty one. While we still got the boss weapons out, let's just go take out this tool. So fucking hard to hit. Just like moves too fast or something. Moves too oddly. I want these glasses. So it was a very short-lived ring. I would like, more than the sales creep that's guaranteed on this floor, I would really like a, what do you call it? Vampire. Just had a moment where I was like, why did I want the sunglasses? Yeah, coolness is more than just... I mean, coolness is worth the slowdown. Dang, I was ready. Oops. Ooh, boy. Okay. There's a real surrounding there. Hey, cool. It's the phoenix bird. Whoop duppy. Whoop a dup. Yeah, whatever. We'll keep the rest of it. Do we want anything else from him? He had the egg, which we're not going to take, and mutation, which I think we can live without. And away we are going to go. This is really a stupid combination of guns because I don't have anything to handle. I'm left with a lot of downtime, but it's picking off enemies so quickly and in such an interesting way that, like, I think it's worth it personally. It's not like I have to charge a weapon, you know. So at least there's that. Thank you. And I can just, like, shoot blindly with this a lot of the time. Like, if I don't know where exactly the enemies are, I still can take them out pretty cleanly a lot of the time. Except for when that happens, when it decides that it's going after the wrong one. I love the Scrambler. Holy shit. It feels like it's been so long since I've had this weapon. Stuff like that. Like, I came into the room knowing that I needed to use the rest of my double vision, and I just shot blindly at a wall and still got tons of extra damage for it. We will buy the ammo at the end of the floor for one of our boss weapons, probably. We still have enough, like, other stuff. Dang! That we probably don't need it for room clears. First time getting hit, and it was a dumb-ass mistake. Our first time getting hit in a while, and it was a dumb-ass mistake. A very obvious dumb roll when I was pretty much in the clear. Where the fuck is the guy? This room is hell. I love that they give you the second phase of this room as just like one little globulon after the nightmare that is the first phase, but like this first phase is too rough. It's too many of the game's worst monsters. Oh, there's not even a second phase. We'll probably do that. Oh yeah. We'll absolutely do that. Ammo can go lick its own butt. Hope I don't regret saying that thing about ammo that I said. Motherfucker. Alright, I'm probably gonna regret that thing I said about ammo. Can't believe it. Making these dumb guy plays all of a sudden. Oh, thanks, ammo. Oh, I would never tell you could lick your own butt. Thank you, my precious ammo. I like that double vision basically puts me back to exactly the same thing as the second phase. Temporarily. I get to feel the sweet September chill of level 2. Mimic? No. Kendall's blanks or poison? Kendall's blanks. Kendall's blanks. Oh boy, okay. Can't kill this guy, sorry. Dang it, didn't kill him. Oh God. guy was mega close. God. I really think Poison is giving me a rough time of it right now. That was dumb. We're so close to the boss. Why? Why would you do that here? Oh, just give me level 3. There it is. Let's go fight the boss. Right this second. Well, there's only this room left. I mean, it's an okay boss weapon. But it's not going to be used with what we currently have. Most likely. Hey, Cyber Lexi. What was wrong with your week? What led to it being considered depressing? Sorry if you've been talking for a while. It's been so empty that I haven't noticed if you were there. I've been pretty bad about catching that recently when the stream's been going on dead for a bit. So what's the problem? What's been happening? What's been giving you the depression? Oh man, what? I thought for sure that I would pass up the DPS cap. I guess I don't really understand the DPS cap that much. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I've been doing this run for about 45 minutes and chat's been completely silent, so. No, go ahead. Go for it. Like, talk about what's bothering you. It's worth it to get that kind of stuff off your chest. No need to withhold when someone's asking to hear, you know? There we go. Glad I didn't buy it. We'll take this with us. We're at 0 curse. It's freaking crazy. 0 curse with the finish gun for the first time ever. Ooh. Risky jump. Man, I'm sorry to hear all that. That sounds rough. Would you know the coworker who didn't show up from work that you're feeling you have a crush on? I think it's probably a good idea to contact them outside of work. There's this tendency to people to be afraid to interact with people outside of work if they know them from work, but I think that that's honestly probably the best route to getting to know someone without just seeming like a work acquaintance. If that's something that you're really interested in, you should pursue contacting them. There's no reason to let that one, the fact that they're not at work, be a limiting factor in your interaction with them. Two, I don't know about the coworker coming back divorced. Best thing I can suggest is being supportive of them. I'm assuming this isn't the same coworker, or the story wouldn't make much sense. Three, if you're feeling tired, if you're having a hard time getting out of work, check and see if you're sick. I know that sounds like kind of an obvious thing, but it's worth it to look in and see if you're running a fever or something like that. If not, it's time to look at diet and exercise. If you're spending too much time seated, it's a lot harder to get up. It's a lot harder to be active, or to it's going to screw with your sleep schedule. Not always make it harder to sleep. Sometimes it'll just make it harder to get up. It'll make it harder to pull yourself out of sleep if your body is just too... it is... Well, we kind of live in a time where it's the easiest time in the history of mankind to find a way to contact someone. And you don't have to be creepy about it. Just say, you haven't seen them at work for a while, and just making sure that they're okay. Facebook, other social media platforms, all those things exist. I don't have a lot of support for Facebook, but that doesn't mean it's not a way for people to contact one another. Not having someone's phone number is we're kind of past that as an excuse for not being able to get into contact with someone. This is kind of serious stuff, Bob. Not gonna make light of it at the moment. He's going through some rough stuff. But yeah, if you want to get a hold of someone, basically don't look for excuses for why you can't. Look for ways that you can. It's infinitely easier to find ways to not do stuff. Procrastination is the easiest thing in the world, and that extends to more than just like, actual work. You may have some issues with, I don't know what the weather's like yet, how short the days are, but I know that my wife deals with seasonal affective disorder to a degree, and winters are harder for her a lot of the time, so it's really, really worth it to look into whether, it's a seasonal affective kind of situation. Basically, you have to be the active one in a lot of these things. It sounds more dismissive than I mean it to. That's what I'm saying. There's a way to contact someone without being a creep. Like, hey, haven't seen you at work. You doing okay? No one's gonna think that that's creepy. No one is going to think it's creepy if you say, hey, haven't seen you at work for a little while, just making sure you're okay. You're getting in your head more than the reality of the situation. Women are not precious flowers that you can't talk to for fear of them misinterpreting every action. They have as many, if not more, social interaction with people than you do, and they are pretty understanding of intention a lot of the time. If they misunderstand, that's just a risk you have to take. Yeah, like... But the biggest thing you gotta do is stop making excuses for inaction. Because I know that's the side effect of depression, and it's the most, like, not intoxicating, but what's the word I'm looking for? Most, I want to say, like, it's the most powerful one. It's the most self-fulfilling one. You say, I shouldn't do this for this reason. I shouldn't do this for this reason. Yeah. Stop, Siri. I'm not... Ugh, I wasn't talking to Siri. But, you'll find any reason to not do things. As soon as you stop finding reasons to not do things and just do them, things will happen and things will change. It seems like the world is a scary place because depression makes everything feel scary and more weighted than it really is. What you have to do is start doing things, and then what doesn't work doesn't work. It's whoa, sorry, almost got hit. Yeah, I mean, you can think about anything. It's convenient to take the path of least resistance, but that convenience is what leads to stagnation. It leads to the situation being exactly the same tomorrow as it was yesterday. Like, oh my god, right at the freaking end. That was such a bad roll. Every time I've been hit on this run, every single time has been me taking a bad and stupid roll for no reason. The worst part about depression is that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy a lot of the time. Once you're in it, it seems like that's the only way the world can be. It seems like you're seeing the world for what it really is, instead of seeing it through a skewed perspective. A lot of the times when I was depressed, I would get upset with people for being like so falsely happy and being unaware of the reality of the world. The only reason that they could possibly feel so good about stuff is because either they're stupid or they're keeping their eyes closed. Like, you gotta force yourself to not accept the excuses. There's a very easy way to do it. You just think about what you're gonna say. Say it in a way that's not like, hey, I want to smell your feet. Like, so like, hey, I haven't seen you at work for a little while. Just wondering if you're okay. End of interaction. You know, you don't have to do anything more than that. And then her response can dictate how you go forward. Oh boy, he's gonna do a lot of damage. No! Okay, we're not using Polaris. Fuck. I felt myself rolling badly there. Can you back off, dude? This is not a good spot to be in. Ugh. How many rooms we got left? Like 2? That's not gonna get us up to level 3. We have so many other boss killers that it's silly to even be trying, but what else is there to do? Am I? Yes, I currently am clearing Willow. Oh no, I'm only clearing it to try to give myself one little chance to get Polaris leveled up. I always take damage right. Like 3 times on this run, I've taken damage right at the end of a floor. This is the last room, and it's definitely not going to level up Polaris. And had to like rush to get Polaris back to 3 before the boss. Oh, well, we still got so many good boss weapons. I mean, we have the finished gun, and I think I might actually use it this run, because Why not? I have 0 curse and I have the finished gun because there was a fountain. Yeah, again, like I said before, not to be too harsh, but like, just don't look for reasons to not contact her. That's you psyching yourself out. If you want, you can sit here and make a list of a mile-long list of reasons that you should not contact her. And you always can. You can always make an infinite list of why you shouldn't do something. But yeah. No, I understand that, but I'm trying to give you a little bit of like instructions against kind of going for the safest and least risky path. Risk aversion is it's a part of human nature, but it's not the part that changes things in our lives. Boom, 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 boom. God, look at the accuracy of this thing. Oh my God, what perfect timing. They made a Goose Game reference. And Rick and Morty, that is a fast turnaround time. This game has not been out for very long. I know that Adult Swim they do their animation quickly, but I thought that went through Rough Draft Korea, which meant they had to get the, what do you call the main frames in animation? The keys. They had to get the keys for that idea over there quickly. I guess openings are a little, probably easier to change. You could probably do that on location on William Street. That run was way overpowered. Way overpowered from a young age. I think I got the Gatling gun as the first floor thing. Is that still off center? It's still off center a little bit. Let me fix that real quick. What is it called? Up arrow. Move that over a little bit now. Maybe make it a little bigger. Just gonna try it as a test. There we go. That's better. Then I'll do streak number down. All right. Yeah, Vulcan Cannon. Vulcan Cannon was like a first floor. I think I got it from the first floor boss, so nothing else mattered. I could have used that exclusively, but then I got Polaris on the second or third floor. So